Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back, here with another vendor wax haul video. This will focus on everything that I got from a ready to ship from L3 Waxy Wonders. This is a big order. This is probably the biggest single order that I've ever placed from L3. This particular ready to ship list, restock list, it was kind of like a greatest hits collection for me. Like there was just so many blends that I've either bought or even a few that I actually mixed up myself at home that were on the list. Blends that I know I've raved about, just amazing scents. And I do know that a lot of them came from customs. So there was one person in particular who had did a large amount of customs and got in their customs a lot of things that I've talked about. So I hope you loved them as much as I love them. It's kind of, you know, I'm like almost a bit worried. I'm like, I really hope that they like them, but you know, it was really helpful for me because all of these scents that I wanted repoured were all there for me to buy in one go, and because I've been trying not to order too often, that was super helpful. So this is the first L3 order I've placed, I think since like October last year, so coming up to about 6 months now. So yeah, I figured I'd go in big and get in a lot of stuff because I also don't plan on ordering for a while again. So I think I've got myself on the customs list, but it will be a few months until I'm called, and I'm thinking that might be my next L3 order. So we'll get stuck into it. So I have a sticker. So strong women don't have attitudes, we have standards. So that's Marilyn Monroe. And 3 samples. So the first sample that I have is Cupboard Under the Stairs and Cookie Therapy. So I think Cupboard Under the Stairs is like a strawberry scent. I think I like it. Strawberry scents can be very hit or miss for me, but I think I like this one. Yeah, it's nice. It's interesting with Cookie Therapy because Cookie Therapy is a very dense kind of bakery. I wouldn't have thought to pair the two, but it's not bad. I don't get the Cookie Therapy very strongly. I feel like I mostly smell that kind of creamy strawberry Cupboard Under the Stairs, but there is something else there for sure. 29 Street High? Is that meant to be High Street? I don't know. Yeah, it's like that Lush scent. It smells soapier than I remember that Lush scent smelling. Like it kind of smells like a soap bar with that Lush scent. And I don't even know what the notes are for 29 High Street. But yeah, it's that. It's different though. Like maybe down 29th Street High, is that like a different blend of it? I don't know. Coconut Lime Breeze. Getting the bunnies. It's not bad. It's a bit light. It's definitely coconutty, slightly limey. There's like a sea breeze in there. It's okay. Not bad. Okay. So most of this order is fluted tarts. Like that seemed to be what, because they were all custom extra pours, that seemed to be what most of them were poured as. And then there's a few bunt packs and a few cloud cakes and a few beauty bars. But I'll start with the scent that I bought the most of. So this scent I bought 5 fluted tart packs of. Now I will say I didn't buy them all in one go. I bought 3 and then I came back, I think, because later in the day. So when L3 restocks go live, they go live at like 3 or 4 in the morning for me usually. So I went in, you know, half asleep, placed my order, went back to sleep, came back, and I think sometime mid-morning there was something else. I went back at the site and there was a couple of other things that I wanted to throw in, and I realized that there was still stock of this particular scent, and I went, well, I love it. I want lots of it. I would have got a loaf if a loaf had been available. So this is the next best thing. So this is roasted coffee, pumpkin pecan waffles, vanilla butter fudge, and sugared shortbread. This was one of my customs from last year. I did it in April last year, I think. And I just absolutely fell in love. It is just the most dense, warm, amazing, incredible bakery scent. It's not really a coffee scent. The coffee adds richness, but it is a bakery scent first and foremost. It's sweet. It is definitely sweet, but it's not too much. I love it so much. I'm really happy because I have over the last few weeks, months, finished some of my favourite L3. Like I've already finished the custom bag that I had of this. And there was another L3 loaf I had, which was actually probably a bit, it's not exactly the same, but similar. It was pumpkin pecan waffles. I think it was espresso, sugar cookie royale. That might have been it. Or maybe there was one of the no. Anyway, that one it was different, but it was similar. And I loved them both, and I have run out of them both. So really happy to have a good amount of this one, because I just feel like it's a scent I'm going to reach for so often. I know this looks excessive, but it's, so I get like 8 melts. I split them in half. I know some people cut them down smaller, but for me, half is a good amount. So I get 8 melts per pack, so 8, 16, a bit more than a loaf's worth, but still worth it for me. And I did leave them there for a while. There may even still be some, I don't know. Anyway, L3 repours stuff if you request, so if you're interested in that blend, just request it. It is amazing. I highly recommend everyone try it if that's your thing. Okay, so now on to everything else. I'm just going to start pulling the booty bar the closest, so that's what I'm going to go with first. So I got 2 of this one. Because a lot of the scents were poured in smaller shapes, I got multiples of a few things. Not many things, but a few things. So I got 2 of this Summer Scoops Pineapple Waffle Cone Salty Sea Air. So this is another one, another tried and tested and well-loved one. I love that she's done like the sangria, like the tequila sunrise style, or just sunrise style. I don't know why I'm going alcohol. Like that sunrise style colouring. This was like my favourite scent of the summer. So this stuff, these ones I will probably hold on to until the weather starts cooling down, warming up again. Unless we get some warm weather, because we have had a few warm days recently. I will probably melt it again then. Oh, it's just so perfect. Like the pineapple and the Summer Scoops, perfect. It's like strawberry ice cream and pineapple. Just perfect sweet fruity combo. I don't really know what the waffle cone does in this blend. I'm not the first person to request this blend. But the Salty Sea Air, like Salty Sea Air has been like something I've been crazy about. And this is just perfect. Like absolutely. I can't describe this any other way but like summer perfection. Like fruity, beachy, beautiful. So 2 bars. I probably could have got more of it, but obviously I was getting a lot anyway. And because it is really a summer scent, I went, look, because I had a bitty Betty loaf and that was a perfect amount for the summer. Like, started melting it at the start of summer, finished it, didn't feel like I had to hoard it, it was just the right amount. So I also got 2 bars of Belle of the Ball. It's a very cute yellow and white. So this one is lemon cream cupcakes, sweet coconut and pineapple. So I've had fluted tarts in this before. One thing I will say about this one is that it did need a fair bit of cure time I found last time. I was actually hoping to get this in a scoop because I thought that would be ready to go quicker. Yeah, this one, definitely smelling it now, it doesn't smell like much. I feel like it needs to sit for a long time. That's what happened with my last couple of bags. I had 2 fluted tart bags of it. Because right now I can smell mostly cupcake and coconut with a very muted layer of lemon and pineapple, but they're very, very muted. But I'm pretty confident they will come out in time. So right now this really doesn't smell like much at all, but I will let it sit. And then I got pumpkin pecan waffles, sugar cookie royale, and Palo Santo. I've actually never had this exact combo, but I've had so many similar combos that I thought it's gonna be good, right? Like pumpkin pecan waffles and Palo Santo, just always good. Sugar cookie royale and Palo Santo, always good. Pumpkin pecan waffles and sugar cookie royale, like there's no combination of those 3 scents that isn't good. Yeah, really, really nice. The Palo is light in here. It might need to sit a little bit to warm up a bit. But the more I smell it, the more I can tell it's there. It's really good. I think pumpkin pecan waffles with Palo Santo is one of my favourite sort of bakery type combos. Just love it. So, that's that. I have 1 bitty Betty loaf. And this one is not a blend I've had before. So this is lemon curd, vanilla buttercream frosting, sugared shortbread, and zucchini bread. When I say it's a blend I haven't had before, I've had it everything but the lemon curd. So I have a scoop of the buttercream frosting, sugared shortbread, zucchini bread. Love it. And I've also gone through several melts of that bakery kind of blend as an anchor with wildberry mousse, which I've also got here. Because it's just an incredible bakery combo. So yeah, so I thought I've really been wanting lemon bakeries, and I thought this one sounded amazing. Like lemon bakery specifically with zucchini bread, because sometimes lemon can be a bit overwhelming, but I find like zucchini bread really steps up. Yeah, this is so good. Lemon curd can be a bit extreme of a lemon, but there is enough creaminess and sugared shortbread and zucchini bread, all of that coming together really stands up and holds up against the lemon. So it's definitely very lemony, but still really bakery. So really happy with that. I knew as soon as I saw that one on the list, I was like, oh, I know that's going to be good. Pretty much anything with that buttercream frosting, sugared shortbread, zucchini bread is just good. It's just good. I don't make the rules, it's just good. So the wildberry mousse version of that same combo, I've just finished, I think. Yeah, I just finished a loaf of this. And before that, I had puppy packs. I've gone through so much of this scent. So getting only a cloud cake feels a little bit like light, I suppose. I'm just dropping wax all over myself. But I will say when I've melted so much of it that even though it is a favourite scent of mine, I still feel like I can take a step back from it. And this is the thing that I find with most of the scents that I fall in love with. I usually can get to a point where I just, if I keep going, I'll overdo it. Not always the case. I think there's some sort of, it tends to be if there's sort of a special, like a pop-out note, like a fruity note or something like that. Those are the ones that I tend to have to be careful about. So I figured I would be okay with just a little bit of this, and then, yeah, I'll let it, just use it slower and then see how I feel and maybe get more. Because I'm still really enjoying the buttercream frosting, sugared shortbread, zucchini bread combo. But I'm happy to explore with that now and maybe do it with huckleberry or maybe do it with blueberry. There's so many different other things that I could do that combo with that don't have to be wildberry mousse. So, caramel apple pumpkin pecan waffles. Today is October 3rd. I think I've had this. I can't remember if I've still got more. I'm pretty sure. I think I do. I love her caramel apple. I have raved about it so often. It's so funny, like I don't love scents where you take a caramel scent and an apple scent and put them together. I don't love that, but the caramel apple oil, I love. And then today is October 3rd. It has that slightly woody, classic bakery, sweet marshmallow tone. And pumpkin pecan waffles makes it rich and dense and just delicious. I have a lot of caramel apple melting to do this autumn and winter. Probably need to start melting some of that. Maybe I'll melt some of that tomorrow, but it's all amazing. So that one's really good. This one, so mango sorbet and raspberry adipose, with adipose being jet puff, mallow fluff, and toasted mallow. So it's a mango sorbet raspberry marshmallow scent. I just went raspberry and mango. Sounds like heaven together with a little bit of marshmallow. Sounded really, really good. So, oh, yes. Absolutely perfect. Just sweet, delicious, sugar. It is sugary, but in a really good way. And absolutely fruity. The raspberry and the mango, perfect together. I think because I did this combo myself with zucchini bread as well, and maybe I will blend this with some zucchini bread. I think it'll be perfect on its own, honestly. Yeah, so I'm very, very happy with that. I think mango raspberry, really kind of underrated fruity combo for me. One thing I I love the little cloud cakes, but the bag that they get put in is really tight. Like, it's hard to get stuff back in. Bonfire Bliss and Cookie Therapy. So the Cookie Therapy is Santa's on Keto pretzel and sugar shortbread. This one I have had as well. I really loved it. Bonfire Bliss. I really like Bonfire Bliss. Like, it's smoky, but it's pretty as well. It does smell a little bit like a perfume smoky scent, which for me, you would think that would not go with bakery, but for some reason it does. So yeah, this is like a really pretty smoky scent, but just with a beautiful bakery tone to it. I don't know. It's really good. Really, really good. See how so many of this is. I think only like 2 of these blends so far I haven't had before. Just everything. It's all my favorites. All my favorites are here. This one I haven't had, but when I read the notes out, you'll see it's very much a sort of spin on a lot of things I love. So Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Palo Santo, Vanilla Buttercream Frosting. So all scents that I think are great blenders from L3 in particular, all together in one. Yep, it's perfect. I mean, I love a good Palo Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, and Buttercream Frosting, one of my favorite, like, creamy vanilla blenders. It adds sweetness without being, I don't know, sickly or just over the top. It's just perfect. So, very, very good. I would have liked that one in a bigger shape, I think. So, I don't know. I'm guessing that's someone's custom. It's very good. Raspberry Whip, adipose, and zucchini bread. So I had a bar of this scent a while ago, like a bougie bar, and I loved it. So then I customed it, but I accidentally did raspberry instead of Raspberry Whip. And while I liked the custom, it didn't come out quite as nicely as the Raspberry Whip version. So whoever did this one took notes and did it in the Raspberry Whip. Yeah, I don't know why it's so much better with the Raspberry Whip versus the raspberry. The raspberry, L3's raspberry, I don't think everyone agrees with me, but to me, it does have a slight floral touch to it. But the Raspberry Whip is more like kind of crushed frozen raspberries for me. So kind of the deepness of that with the zucchini bread, it's just really, really good. So I did say, I was like, I want that scent again, but I want it Raspberry Whip, not raspberry, and here it is. Strawberry Pound Cake, Beach Nights, and Palo Santo. I don't think I've done one like this before, but I have done a Beach Nights Strawberry Pound Cake, and I think it was Santa's on Keto. So maybe I have done this with Palo Santo. I think I have, actually. And it would have been something similar. And I think I liked it, but I thought it was odd, but I liked it. Now I don't think it's odd. I think it smells really good. It's a little bit on the light side. I feel like maybe it needs to cure a bit. I'm mostly kind of getting Strawberry Pound Cake and Beach Nuts, not getting a lot of Palo. So I think a bit of cure time will really make that one pop, but it smells really good. Palo Santo Vanilla Butter Fudge. So again, I've done this, I've blended this myself from L3 Trick Tarts, and I've also done this as a builder bar from Jess's Home Spun Scents. I got the 2 scents, put them together. Absolutely, hands down, one of my, I feel like I say this about all of the Palo bakeries, but one of my favourite Palo bakeries. Vanilla Butter Fudge is a great blender. It is, you know, it's actually, it doesn't really smell super fudgy to me. There is a fudgy element to it, but it also smells a bit like bread. I don't know why it smells like bread to me. It works. So it's yeah, perfect. Just perfect. I think I do still have a bit more of my Dessa's one left, but not much. So now I have this. They are similar, that one versus the combining it from L3. It's fine. Crackling Birch, Salty CM, Mallow, Fireside Palace. So this is not a blend I've had before, but I love all of those oils, so Really good. I've actually never done crackling birch with like a salty sea air before, but it works. Smoky, woodsy, very salty, and crisp from the crackling birch. I don't think I've done crackling birch much from L3 yet. Why is my brain making me think that maybe the crackling birch oil was not the same? I think I genuinely haven't tried it from L3. Because I've had it from a few vendors and loved it. There was one vendor where it was very different and I didn't like it. But this is the good one and this blend is great. One more bundt pack and then it's all the rest is fluted tarts. Maraschino cherry, sugar cookie royale, vanilla buttercream frosting, and vanilla butter fudge. So I don't know why I had it in my head that this was the same as the combo that I like. So the vanilla buttercream frosting, the sugared shortbread, and the zucchini bread, but obviously it is different because it's got sugar cookie royale and it's got vanilla butter fudge. So still scents that I like, but it's just not the same combo as what I thought when I ordered it. And yeah, I reckon this one would have, for me, I would have liked for the maraschino cherry to be offset by the zucchini bread. Because in this I get a lot of the maraschino cherry. I think it'll still melt okay. But yeah, and this is just totally me. I don't know why. I read the notes and I thought that's what it was. But clearly I didn't read very well. It's still not bad. Okay. Fluted tart galore. There's like 3 piles of them here. There's a lot. So the first one I have, Cotton Candy Mallow Fluff Salty Sea Air Blue Spruce. So I actually finished this not long ago. I still have the scoop sitting here for some reason. I finished it a week or 2 ago. Love it. So sweet, sugary scents paired with salty sea air. Love fruity scents with salty sea air. I've just been crazy about those sorts of combos. And then the blue spruce in this just freshens it and zhuzhes it up to like another level. It's really good. It's a bit odd, but it's right in my wheelhouse. So yeah, happy to have some more of that. Huckleberry Harvest, Wildberry Mousse and Jelly Donut. So this was somebody else's custom that I purchased the overpour from the ready to ship and fell in love, and I know I raved about it, and I think the person whose blend it was said in the comments, I was so glad you liked it, and now someone else has had it poured, so you know the circle of recommendations continues. But this one is just so jammy, like berry sweet, berry jammy. I don't know how it managed to get like that. I'm not familiar with the Huckleberry Harvest oil. I feel like Jelly Donut is usually pretty meh for me, but this is like the jammiest of jammy scents that I've ever smelled. And it is so, so good. And it's really strong too. So yeah, I adore this one. And I don't even know why. Because I've never encountered Huckleberry Harvest. I've never seen it in other blends. I don't know, but that one, you like a good sweet jammy scent, that's the one. Mallow Fireside Palo Santo Campfire Mallow Hint of Smoked Vanilla. So this is again another one I think I had in a loaf. And I think at first I didn't love it, but then I came back to it earlier this year and really fell for it. It is very smoky. Like you've got everything in there is smoky. But it's beautiful. Like smoky, it's a touch woody. But it's more, it is marshmallowy as well, but I feel like the smoked vanilla is what comes out the most, but everything else just blends in there beautifully. So I think I have a little bit left of that loaf, which I'll probably be melting pretty soon, but happy to have some more to melt through the cooler months. Cashmere, Cedar, Pacific Woods and Palo Santo. So this is another one that I've purchased and loved. I love the Pacific Woods, and it's an amazing, it's pine, but it's got a lot more to it than that. It smells a little bit light. I can't smell the Pacific Woods in here very much, so I feel like it probably needs to cure a bit. yeah, the Pacific Woods, when Pacific Woods comes alive, it really pops out with this beautiful tree-like, fresh, outdoorsy pine scent. Whereas here, I'm mostly smelling just a muted Cashmere Cedar. So I think this one probably needs to sit for a bit. I'm hoping that it then kind of comes out. But right now, there's not much there. This one, so Asian Sandalwood Bamboo Riverbank. So this one was in, I think, an L3 Earthy sampler. And I was blown away by it. I was surprised too, because Asian Sandalwood, I find, is a very intense, like, kind of incense woody scent. But the bamboo and the riverbank here just freshen it up so beautifully. So you do get that deep, intense Asian Sandalwood scent, but then it's just lifted with the fresh elements. Bamboo, fantastic. Like, just an amazing fresh blender. So yeah, I remember really, really loving this one. I think I raved about it at the time. So yeah, happy to have some more of that. But everything, I think there were a couple of scents in that sample with bamboo, and I loved them both. Pink Sugar, Cotton Candy, and Wood Smoke. So I was quite excited to see L3 appear with the Wood Smoke oil. I think she said that she has had it for a while, but just it hasn't been requested or poured. I didn't even know it was on the list. I love wood smoke. Although I've loved wood smoke at most of the vendors I've tried it at, but every now and then you get a vendor and it says like a touch of wood smoke or something in the blend, and then it's not the wood smoke oil. This one definitely is. And this blend smells amazing. Like, it's very similar to, I don't know if it's inspired by this one or not, but there's a Savannah Blue blend called Candy Petals, which is pink chiffon. Is it cotton candy as well? And then wood smoke. So similar, but obviously not pink sugar. But this smells so good. The wood smoke oil is just, it's a really unique smoky scent. It's very hard to describe, but I love it. And blended with sweet things, it's amazing. So yeah, this one is definitely similar to the Savannah Blue blend, but not exactly the same. So very happy to have something that's kind of similar, but, you know, a bit different. And then another wood smoke blend that I got, so wood smoke, Sugar Cookie Royale, and Palo Santo. So this just is going to be great. Wood smoke needs to get used more often, I think. Because yeah, this is fabulous. It's bakery, but it's got the wood smoke and the Palo together. They really complement each other really well. So yeah, I love that a lot. That was an inspired combo. Sandalwood and Black Amber. So I finished a scoop of this one recently. And it's one I'll probably set aside till next summer. It's a kind of woody scent that I find works really well on a warm summer afternoon. Like, it's got quite a sensual sort of feminine scent to it with the Black Amber. But the sandal, I don't know, something about the sandalwood, it just gives me sunny summer afternoon vibes. So it's like sensual, but it's also got this warmth, and it's simple, but it's also kind of complex. It's really nice, really, really nice. I nearly didn't get that one, but I did go back for it. Peach Cobbler Zucchini Bread. So this is one I've only ever had combined myself. So I had the Peach Cobbler Trig Tart from L3, and I didn't love it. Like, I mean, I liked it, but I found it was a little bit, there was like a kind of like desiccated coconut type smell to it, which I found was a bit odd. And then I blended it with zucchini bread, and I was absolutely blown away. Like, it was just perfection. Just amazing. I don't know. The zucchini bread cancelled out everything that I was a little bit unsure about with the peach cobbler. Turned it into an amazing peach bakery. So I'm really glad that these two got poured together, because, yeah, I blended that combo a couple of times in the end. It was just so good. Pacific Woods Frosted Juniper and Cranberry Woods. So this was another one of my customs from last year. And it is, when I tell you that it is incredible. I think it has been poured a few times now. I think that there's a few people have caught on to how good this one is. I melted it not long ago. I still have a little bit left in that bag because obviously it wasn't really a summery scent that I wanted to melt, but now it's all I want to melt. And I put it on, and I put on some other tree scents with it, like I think last week, and it just blew those tree scents out of the water. So it's very strong, it's very intense. You know, all of those oils are quite extra. I feel like, again, in this one, the Pacific Woods, it's smelling a little bit different. The Pacific Woods is feeling, in the other blend as well, like it's feeling like it's not popping. Like, I feel like, I'm hoping it's just cure time that needs to kind of bring it out of its shell a bit, because I love Pacific Woods. But I feel like it's missing a little bit here. I smell a lot of cranberry woods and a lot of the freshness from the frosted juniper. But yeah, so we'll see. I'll let this sit. I don't need to melt it straight away because, like I said, I do have a bit more of my custom bag of that one. But, yeah. Strawberry pound cake and Pacific Woods. So, more Pacific Woods. This one, I think it's been requested a few times. Yeah, the Pacific Woods is really not showing up in these blends. So, I'm really hoping that it's a cure time thing. Because this smells really muted. It's an amazing scent. Strawberry pound cake and pine oils, just phenomenal. And this one, I really enjoyed. I don't know why, pine and strawberry, just incredible together. So yeah, this one, it needs to rest. I really can't smell much in it. Unless like my nose has gone blind to Pacific Woods for some reason. I have done a bit of wax sniffing today. So it's a possibility, but everything else smells normal, so it feels unlikely. I don't know, but it's not quite there. Zucchini bread, caramel apple, and cinnamon sugar. So I do have some more of this one. Like I said, caramel apple, love it. With the zucchini bread and the cinnamon sugar, I've melted through like a whole chunk bag of this, plus scoops, plus, like, this has been a caramel apple staple of mine for years now. It's just perfect, warm, comforting, slightly appley, like, really, really good. So, I also like just the zucchini bread and the caramel apple on its own without the cinnamon sugar. That is also good. I have a scoop of that too. But the cinnamon sugar just gives it a little bit of oomph. I only have 4 more. So, the next one is Blue Sugar, Midnight Blue Citrus, Pink Apple Punch, and Salty Sea Air. This one I think I got as a sample, and I was really surprised by how good it was. I'm pretty sure. It's bright and sweet and fruity, almost like an alcoholic drink. I think that's the Midnight Blue Citrus and the Pink Apple Punch. But then the blue sugar just kind of anchors it a little bit, gives it a bit of depth, and the Salty Sea Air just freshens the whole thing up. So yeah, I remember thinking that this one, it was either going to be perfumey or not work, or I don't know, but it's a really, it's kind of like a typical kind of Salty Sea Air cocktail blend, but then it just has a twist to it with the blue sugar, and I don't know, I love it. Oh, I bought 2 bags of Sandalwood Black Amber. I probably wouldn't have done that intentionally. I think I must have done one in the first order and then one in the second, because I thought I didn't buy it in the first. So, it's a good scent. Probably didn't need 2 bags of it. If I was going to get 2 bags of something, there are other scents in there I would have preferred to do it with, but what are you going to do? So, I have Vanilla Patchouli, Vanilla Ice, and Sandalwood. So, this one, immediately it reminded me of another scent from an L3 sampler that I loved, which was Vanilla Patchouli, Vanilla Lace, and Sandalwood. And I wasn't sure if this was going to be the same, and maybe the ice was a typo, or if it was different, or what. I didn't know. Part of me wondered if, like, something with my accent, maybe if I'd been talking about the one with Vanilla Lace and it sounded like Vanilla Ice. I don't know. But it's definitely Vanilla Lace in the one that I love. So this is quite different because Vanilla Ice is a different scent to Vanilla Lace. Do vanilla, when I say vanilla ice and vanilla lace, do they sound the same? Am I saying the same thing? I don't know. This still smells good though, but it smells more masculine. I like the vanilla lace because it has like a kind of sweet girly pop to it. But this still smells pretty good. So I don't mind this. And the last one, and I think I do still have some of this left in my custom bag, but you know, black sugar, blue sugar, and exotic coconut. So this is, again, not originally mine. I think I got it as a sample. So many of these scent loves start with a sample. And it's just, this is a warm, overcast afternoon to me. Don't ask me why. It just is. I don't, you know. Like the exotic coconut kind of brings the warm summer vibes. The black sugar and the blue sugar together are just kind of fuzzy, overcast tones. It just is. This is just what it is. So, I love that scent. But yeah, I'm really bad at describing this one. This one, probably bad at describing a lot of things, but this one in particular, it's very difficult to articulate why it's so good and why it works, but just go with the vibe instead. So that's it. That is everything that I got from this L3 haul. It is massive. It is a lot of stuff that I've already done before and I know I love, so I'm really happy. My L3 in particular, my bakery drawer, because I melt so much bakery. I melt bakery every morning. So while my collection is still big and there's a lot of wax around, like I feel like my bakery choices have become severely limited lately. So I am happy that while this order was not all bakery, I don't even know if it was half bakery, but there is enough in there to kind of add some variety back to my morning choices. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you're all doing really well. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.